with the puck. Almost weaved his way out of trouble, but now Verhaeghe hands one off. Reinhart across to Verhaeghe. He's tied up, though, again by Charlie Coyle, forcing Reinhart to retreat. So a good start to this penalty kill for the Bruins. No momentum going forward right now for Florida.
Yeah, doing a good job not allowing the entry at the blue line. And for this Florida power play, you got to watch Reinhart. He had 27 power play goals in the regular season. So good in that middle of the ice, creating opportunities off of one-timer and tips also.
Montour across to Verhaeghe with room. Wrist shot blocked by Carlo. 50-50 puck, leaning in Verhaeghe. Poked it away from Zacha. Lindholm tied up in the corner by Tkachuk. But a clear. Zacha won that wall battle and shoots it all the way down past the midway point of this kill for the Bruins.
Zacha did a great job anticipating that. He jumped to that wall before that puck was even coming up. He knew that was the only play. Grabs that, intercepts it, and gets it clear.
Rodriguez across the line to Lundell, right down Broadway, but he had his pocket picked. And Beecher able to clear. The Panthers were 3 for 13 against Tampa Bay in their 5-game series, winning round number 1 in the power play. Rodriguez with some room to Tarasenko, to the backhand, loose and cleared.
Another thing to look at, they were 0 for 11 on the power play against the Bruins in the regular season. So that's one thing from the regular season I think that can translate into the playoffs is how well they killed against the Florida power play.
Ekman-Larsson gets it deep. Lundell handles. Tarasenko and Rodriguez in the corner as well. Back to Ekman-Larsson. Long wrist shot blocked in front. Marchand controls with 3 seconds to go on the power play. He'll skate it free, and that will end the man advantage for the Panthers. Marchand on the attack. Ekman-Larsson takes it away. And he will backpedal. But there's a takeaway by Frederick. Throws one out in front. Into the skates of Luostarinen. And now Ekman-Larsson. Karam's one off the right wing wall. Lorentz in behind the net. Ridden off the puck by Lora. Frederick through center. A diving attempt by Lora. And now Ekblad pivots and heads up ice. Gave it away to Pasternak. Shoots. Ryan Bobrovsky. And he covers. Golden opportunity for Pasternak. And Sergei Bobrovsky is able to get a huge stop early for Florida.
Yeah, Pasternak's been so good early on in this game, and he causes a turnover right here from Ekblad. All alone against Bobrovsky. He just gets in too tight. He tries to bring that back to his forehand, and as he does that, he's so close to Bobrovsky, he can't raise it. Almost looked like 5-hole is open, but what a save from Bobrovsky on Pasternak, and Ekblad just misplays that. And the wrong guy's on the ice to misplay that. Pasternak jumps on that loose puck. Great opportunity. Huge save, though, from Bobrovsky as Pasternak just gets in a little bit too tight on him as he tries to raise that puck. A couple big saves for Bobrovsky early on, and Pasternak with a couple great opportunities as well.
A bailout save by Bobrovsky, the Vezina finalist, as he certainly helped out Aaron Ekblad after that turnover. McAvoy spun around at his own line. It's to Forsling, and it's now hard around. Guided right back out by Hampus Lindholm. Put back in by Ekblad. He couldn't get the puck off his stick quickly enough once he had it in the neutral zone there. A reach by Forsling. A poke deep by McAvoy. Barkov checked in the right wing corner. Forsling flips it along the glass. And all the way back to the Boston line. Zacha gains some speed. Zacha accelerates. Can't get past Lundell. Second effort, wraps it around. Pasternak waiting for it. Puts one out in front. A good poke check, though, by Forsling. Denied Zacha. And now it's back to the Florida line. Turnover. Lundell couldn't control the puck, though. And Wotherspoon gained some speed. He's across. Wotherspoon holds. Wotherspoon shoots in front. And it caroms to the left of Bobrovsky. He may have gotten a piece. Cleared by Luostarinen.
I'm not sure Bobrovsky knew in that second opportunity where it went. I think it just hit him. Ended up going into the corner.
Derek Forbort placing into the Boston lineup for the first time in the postseason. He is Wotherspoon's D partner tonight as Rodriguez floats one deep. Swayman keeps it moving. Lohrei moves it further and all the way out courtesy of DeBrusk. No team allowed fewer 5-on-5 goals this season than the Florida Panthers. The Bruins were third in least 5-on-5 goals allowed. So for this to be a low-scoring series, it would not at all be a surprise. You wonder if special teams ultimately will be what tells the tale, Callie, of this series because these two teams are so good 5-on-5.
Yeah, it usually does in the playoffs. You usually win that special teams battle. You end up winning the game. And, you know, Jim Montgomery mentioned
Van Riemsdyk, save made, the rebound. Swept wide by DeBrusk.
that Boston needed to create more offense in this series. And one way to do that is activate your D in the offensive zone. As you can see McAvoy pinching down there. Great opportunity on the tip.
Hampus Lindholm puts it behind to Coyle. Coyle creates some space. So strong on the puck. Now loses his balance. Right back up on his skate blades. Diving stab attempt to try and move it past Rodriguez. McAvoy gloves it down. And there is Lindholm to clean up the loose change for the Bruins. McAvoy snaps one ahead. Marchand across the line. Trying to toe drag. Lost control. Pasternak lost it to Verhaeghe, who heads the other way. The trailer is Barkov. Barkov a toe drag of his own, and he fanned as well. Marchand able to break back the other way. He is content to dump it deep. He and Mikkola meet in the right wing corner. Those two fought earlier this season in one of the regular season matchups between these two teams with 4:01 to go in a scoreless first period. Round 2 underway. This is game 1.
Brazo with a great opportunity in front of the net. Gets it at net. I don't know if Bobrovsky even knows where that is, but he keeps it out.
The NHL on ABC, home to the Stanley Cup Final.
Hi, we're Visible. We're the wireless company with nothing to hide. Seriously. Hidden fees? We don't have them. Annual contracts? Not our thing. Great wireless on just one line? Now that's more like it. Get unlimited 5G data powered by Verizon for $25 a month. Taxes and fees included. That's right, $25 a month means $25 a month, every month. Sorry, hidden fees. We're just not that into you. Sometimes the choice is just Visible. Switch today at Visible.com.
Discover customer service. This is Maya.
Oh, hi, Maya. You robots are sounding more human every day.
At Discover, everyone can talk to a human representative.
All right, prove it.
Wait, are you a robot?
24/7 US-based customer service.
How would I prove that I'm not?
Pretty cool, right?
In 2019, Zach Moore got a tattoo boldly predicting his Golden Knights would win the Stanley Cup.
This is it. This is our year.
I hope so.
It was not their year. They got knocked out by San Jose in the first round.
Shouldn't be that hard to change the year.
Looking for the Gaines first goal here in Game 1 between the Bruins and Panthers. And Paul, after the Bruins' successful kill, they've had some extended ozone time in your end. What do you need to do to get it back to theirs?
Oh, I guess some cleaner outs, but I'm not sure where we're at here. We're at 4 minutes left. I think our zone time will be pretty good. We had it going there in the first little bit. They had an extended one on us. We've had 2 on them. So I think we had 110 points. They had 109. So it's going to be on both teams' ends.
That it is. Thank you, Coach.
Paul Maurice is right. 2 terrific teams, 2 terrific goaltenders. And we expect this to be a long competitive series between the Panthers and Bruins. And Florida wins this defensive zone draw. Lobbed out by Montour. Coyle gloves it down. Center circle. DeBrusk hops up in the air. Marchand gets it deep. And Montour behind his own net. Loose puck in front of the Panthers bench. Racked back by Coyle. Moved forward by Lohrei. Across the line, McAvoy. McAvoy tries to maneuver through traffic, and that is up into the netting and out of play.
Bracket got busted in round 1. Missed your chance to fill yours out? So what? Get back in the game with the Stanley Cup Playoff Second Chance Bracket presented by Betway. Sign up for your second chance to win an exclusive prize at NHL.com/bracket.
With Ryan Callahan and Leah Hextall, I'm Bob Wischusen. Game 1 between the Panthers and Bruins. Why are we in Amerant Bank Arena? Well, it went down to the final regular season game where the Panthers beat the Leafs at home. The Bruins, a surprising loss to the Senators. And as a result, the Panthers won the division. Here's McAvoy off the draw, seen past to Pasternak. And Pasternak floats one back to the line. McAvoy kept it onside, but turned it over to Carter Verhaeghe. So the Panthers have the home ice as a result of those couple of outcomes. The last games of the season for the 2 respective teams, Callie, determined the division.
It was just meant to be to have the Bruins and Toronto Maple Leafs face off against each other in the first round, that's all.
Pasternak a poke. He moves out. Geekie goes to the net. Pasternak in the high slot, sweeps one, pad save made by Bobrovsky. And Forsling heads back the other way with some open ice. Gustav Forsling pivots, holds, and gets it deep. Kachuk overskated. Verhaeghe there as well. It's poked past Wotherspoon all the way back to the right point. Kulikov racing up to keep it onside. Kachuk towards the net, blocked in front. The rebound into the skates of Zacha. Stenlund flips it behind the net. And Wotherspoon waiting for it. Off to Derek Forbort. Knocked down by Kulikov onside. Kulikov activates, erased by Forbort, who moves the puck to Wotherspoon. He keeps it moving, poked by Zacha, not past Ekman-Larsson. Played across to Kulikov with a drive, saves Swayman. The rebound available, picked up by Tarasenko, but it's off his stick and out to the red line. Ekman-Larsson, right back across. Backhander, saves Swayman as he hugged the post and denied Rodriguez to keep the game scoreless with just over 2 minutes to go in the first.
Pasternak with a good chip around Ekblad there to create an odd man rush, and as he cuts to the middle and he shoots this puck, you see Verhaeghe come in, the good hit on Pasternak, and that's what you have to do against the skilled players on both teams. You have to anticipate this is going to 7-game series, so all those little bumps you can get on, you know, the Pasternaks, the Barkovs, the top guys for each team, it pays off in Game 6 and Game 7. You hope it wears them down a little bit. That was always the mentality in Games 1 and 2 as you're entering a series.
Lawrence and Geekie on the draw. One back to Mikkola, wrist shot. And it ends up with Beecher. Turned it over to Oposo. He ends up underneath Patrick Brown. And Lorod. Center circle pass. Got it in by Beecher. Leaves it in the right wing corner. Hammering into the corner is Brazo. It's freed up. And Brazo sweeps one out in front. All the way back to the point. Lorai across to Carla. That wrist shot just goes wide. Mikkola prepares for the hit from Brown. And Lorai has the puck hop over his stick with 1:25 to go in the first period of Game 1. Frederick denied zone entry by Forsling. Reinhardt softly off the end and boards to Ekblad. Nearly turned it over and did. That snap shot on net. Save! Bobrovsky! He was off balance, but he fought it off. McAvoy plays one across. Lindholm back to McAvoy. Looking for a shooting lane. Backpedals and finds Pasternak on the move. It's across Lindholm. Save made by Bobrovsky and a penalty call. A Bruins power play on the way.
It's another turnover here by Ekblad. He tries to pick it up the middle to Lundell. It's misplayed, and Boston with a good opportunity. And then
Florida, minor penalty, high sticking.
Florida gets a high sticking call. Reinhardt in front of the net, I believe on Pasternak. Boston's going to get a chance on the power play. See Pasternak coming through here. Reinhardt's trying to grab his stick, but rides up his sweater, catches him in the face. He's off for 2 minutes. Boston goes to work.
The Bruins power play was red hot to begin their series with Toronto. 6 for their first 13. In the last 3 games against the Leafs, they only had 4 opportunities, and they failed to connect. But they win the draw here. McAvoy, shot that again just goes wide of the blocker side of Bobrovsky. Kulikov can't clear. Held in, losing his stick, and now picking it back up is Geekie, and now a hand pass is called. The upcoming playoff games on the Stanley Cup calendar tomorrow on ESPN. Game 2, Hurricanes-Rangers at 7 Eastern, with the Rangers taking the early lead in that best of 7. Then Game 1, Avalanche-Stars at 9:30. And on Wednesday on ESPN, we've got Game 2 of Oilers-Canucks, rather of this series at 7:30. And then Oilers-Canucks will play Game 1 at 10 p.m. So lots of playoff hockey coming your way over these next 3 nights here on ESPN. McAvoy through center. Delays, and here's Pasternak. That pass found its way through. Zacha couldn't control it. Kulikov clears it.
Boucherine did a great job on the back check. Sorry there, Bob. He just followed Boston player straight to the net. Got the clear. Good back check there.
Still 1:15 to go on the power play for the Bruins as Pasternak to Brazo. Tried to feather one through to Zacha. It ended up floating in on Bobrovsky, and he will cover.
See, Boston keeps rotating their units. They have a 1A and basically a 1B unit that they throw out. Pastrnak will stay out the second group with Marchand, Coyle, McAvoy, and DeBrusk.
And hard to believe Pastrnak, a 47-goal season, and yet he has one power play goal in his last 41 games, stretching well back into the regular season. So he is overdue for a power play goal. We'll see if it happens in this series. Barkov wins it, and Lundell clears it. And that will end the first period with some carryover power play time for the Bruins to start the second. No score after one. Back to John Buccigross.
Texas first intermission report on the way. Kevin Weeks. I think the Bruins got a shot in the series because they have a goalie who's the best in the playoffs right now and special teams. And maybe they come out and score the power play goal in the second.
I tell you what, they've been really good so far. I've been impressed with the Boston Bruins on the road coming off of Game 7.
Second best special teams after round one. Edmonton had the best. We'll talk about some of those great saves that has kept this game scoreless. Hey, draft lottery tomorrow.
I was standing, you were there, two worlds collided, and they could never tear us apart.
We gave it more passenger space. We elevated the design. And with Google built-in, we made its tech intuitive. With the all-new Prologue, we've made it easy to go electric, just like you'd expect from a Honda. Honda, official vehicle of the NHL.
There you go, baby. Defense. Defense. We're gonna be here a while. Oh, that's crazy smooth. Yeah, I know. With AT&T 5G, my gaming's on point. Look at that. Ooh, saucy. It's almost like a real game. Poster. Mom, what happened? Did she pass? That's my girl.
Level up your gameplay with AT&T 5G.
The Taco Bell Cantina Chicken Menu. Let's get into it. When we hit on the flavor for this slow-roasted chicken, we were like, that's it, let's go. The burrito. See that purple cabbage? And here comes the pico. The quesadilla is like chicken, cheese, cheese, cheese. And the crispy taco? It's all about the avocado verde salsa. We love this menu so much, we made it permanent. The new Cantina Chicken Menu. Not just for late night, and not for a limited time. Only at Taco Bell.
From friends coming over to moms coming over. So many ways to save. Life ready, wallet happy. That's 365 by Whole Foods Market.
Do you know if you have milk right now? It doesn't matter, because now you live a life where fresh milk is always on hand. Your door to crisis-free breakfasts. DoorDash.
Investment opportunities are everywhere you turn. Do you charge forward? Freeze in your tracks? Or let curiosity light the way? At T. Rowe Price, we're asking smart questions about opportunities like clean water and how clean water advances can help transform our tomorrows. Better questions, better outcomes. T. Rowe Price.
Welcome to the Lexus First Intermission Report. Hockey's greatest prize will be revealed, but not yet.
Game one between the Bruins and Panthers. On the doorstep, it didn't sneak behind Swayman. Good stick back checking. Shoots, Sam Bobrovsky, and he covers.
The second round is here. One dream, one cup, one step closer.
Kevin Weeks played goaltender in the NHL, Stanley Cup playoff action. He loves the position, everything about it. So I know you're focused on Bob and Jeremy. And what did you think in the first period? Both had to make grade A saves.
Yeah, football, all the quarterbacks love quarterbacks, and for good reason. For us in hockey, the same thing. We love our goalies. I'm the president of the goalie union. Jeremy Swayman, outstanding kick save. Kung fu at that. Outstanding. Watch the reaction. And it wasn't only the first one, it was the second one in tight. I love the reaction. He was spot on in his recovery, and that's a big-time stop by Jeremy Swayman. At the other end, two-time Vezina Trophy winner for Goalie of the Year and finalist this year, Sergei Bobrovsky. Now, I love the way he recognizes that's Pasternak, so he just gives a little bit of a telescope forward, takes away some of his angle and time and space, and a big-time goal line stop there by Bob as well. Both goalies razor sharp.
Bruins outshot the Panthers 13-9, but that wasn't the best save of these playoffs. This one right here was probably the best one so far that we've seen. Roll tape, Mark Schumann.
Coming out here.
Right. I mean, this was
how are you guys doing this
was
to me?
earlier on the point.
Come on!
I was playing the part of David Pasternak.
That's so
You
wrong.
were Ilya Samsonov.
So wrong.
You go down, and I tell you, adductor, abductor.
Yeah, subductor. There's a lot of ductors. Yeah, but exactly.
Did somebody step on a ductor? You gave me no options. I was going to go forehand back.
I gave you no option. Hey, but I got to tell you, my tailor did a good job.
Yeah,
the suit didn't come undone.
And you broke a sweat trying to get up, too. It was very, very impressive. But again,
man down.
Bruins have to like that first period. Toronto turned into the 2002 New Jersey Devils in that series. The Bruins couldn't get anything going. But that first period, 13 shots on goal, good zone entries. They had a chance to get a couple of goals.
This is the type of shift the Boston Bruins will need if they want to win this series. Now, this starts hunting the puck on the forecheck. Nice job. So now we're going to have the touch counter, 1, touch counter 2. Nice little rotation. Charlie Coyle, stop up behind the net. Now he'll come back around the next side. There's the third touch. They get another recovery, extend the shift. That's 4. Get it back to the point, little chip to the corner. Draw some double coverage in the corner, back to the point. Carlo, D to D. We're up to 8 touches. Not to be outdone, put it towards the net. Sergei Bobrovsky with a big stop. We're up to 11 touches. And keep in mind, it's not only the chances, it's the zone time and extending that zone time to force Bobrovsky to have to make saves and them to defend.
Charlie McAvoy is a 26-minute-a-night guy. He's on that pace now after 8 minutes and 44 seconds in the first. He's with Leah Hextall.
Charlie, a lot was made about rest versus rest in this series because you guys went to 7 games. The Panthers have been here waiting for you. How does it feel out there?
Yeah, I mean, it feels good. You don't really have time to, to sit and think about much. We were on the plane, the next day and down here and just ready to go. I think you just keep the train going.
You guys are going to start the second period on the power play, but I want to talk to you about this PK of yours. Almost perfect in this postseason, allowed only 1 goal on 22 ops. Panthers, no shots on that power play. Why is it so effective?
It's, we kill as a group, and it's pressure at the right times, but just reading off each other, trying to make the next read, and then when you get a chance, you got to get it all the way down.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
26-year-old from Long Island. Yes. Former first-round pick. Who's going to be the first overall pick? Well, we know it's going to be Macklin Celebrini. We find out what team gets him tomorrow. Draft Lottery Talk next.
This First Intermission Report is presented by the Lexus GX. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
A man of science. He's married to the woman of his dreams. Coffee to go?
Oh my gosh, you're my hero.
Until one night, he doesn't make it home.
We need to show you the box. Behind every door in there is a version of your life that you could have lived.
What if the person that abducted me is me?
Dark Matter on Apple TV+. You know what's brilliant? Boring. Think about it.
Boring is the unsung catalyst for bold.
What straps gold to a rocket and hurtles it into space? Boring does.
Boring makes vacations happen.
Early retirement's possible.
And startups start up.
Because it's smart, dependable, and steady. All words you want from your bank. For nearly 160 years, PNC Bank has been brilliantly boring, so you can be happily fulfilled. Which is pretty unboring if you think about it.
These new menu items at Panera are perfect 10s. They're also each under $10. More new sandwiches and salads, more in every bite, and more new options under $10. Come taste the new era at Panera and get a $0 delivery fee for a limited time.
He's here. Anyone want a Coors Light?
Oh, shoot, I forgot to play the song. I got a guy who can fix this.
Maria and Julio thought their life would never slow down. Then, one day, it finally did. You were made to find inner peace. We were made to track flight prices to paradise.
We are always in motion. Getting this, fixing that, arriving to destinations in life and around the globe. Sometimes it's beautiful. Sometimes it's a blur. Because life never stops, you need someone you can trust to go right along with you, no matter where the future leads. Enterprise, for lives in drive.
I want my food to look the best it possibly can. I want my customers to look at that meat and say, wow, like real meat is something that you can taste the difference in. Raised without antibiotics, all that stuff. It's good. It's quality food.
Time is kind of a weird thing. You can slow it down. You can speed it up. You can even take it back if you try hard enough. But what happens when everyone's fighting for it? When every team wants this time to be their time.
The NBA playoffs continue on ESPN.
Welcome back to the Lexus First Intermission Report.
Welcome back. The draft lottery is tomorrow. I'm going to head down to Jersey tomorrow morning. Secaucus. It's going to be on at 6:30. Here are the odds to win the draft lottery, to have the first overall pick in this summer's draft in Vegas. And the prize, Macklin Celebrini. Played 1 year of college hockey at Boston University, still just 17 years old, but this is a franchise-altering guy, Weeksy. He's got a great fast game, and he's got a great personality. He's an extrovert. Some of these great players coming into the league are kind of shy. Not this kid. He grew up around NBA players. His dad works for the Golden State Warriors, and he's ready to go.
Complete baller. And you've had a chance to see him up close a lot, covering college hockey here on ESPN. My guy, Jay Pandolfo, I played with the Devils, their head coach at BU. Everybody that I've spoken to in college hockey raves about him. Everybody that I spoke to in the USHL raved about him. He's dynamic. He's got a flair for the dramatic. He came in and shredded up college hockey as a 17-year-old,
yes,
as you pointed out, which is really rare to do. And he did so at a great program at BU. There's some NHL fans that are going to be beyond stoked should they get him, and same for any NHL franchise that ultimately gets to select him at one.
Of course, his head coach, Jay Pandolfo, the great NHL player for the Devils, the Stanley Cup champion. And he says he could play playoff games right now.
No question. He's got the intensity. He's got the jam. He competes. So that kind of complements the skill set that he has. And, of course, he's a 200-foot player as well.
All right, good stuff. Looking forward to the second period down in Florida. Bob, 1.32 goals above expected, saves above expected. He had a good first period. Brandon Carlo, the new dad. Game high, 5 hits.
Dad energy.
Papa.
We know what it is.
You've been watching the Lexus First Intermission Report, second period next.
My name is Jorge Gaviria, and this is my business, Hacienda. We bring heirloom corn products from Mexico to every kitchen. I chose my Spark Cash Plus card from Capital One because I earn unlimited 2% cash back on everything I buy. With no preset spending limit, my purchasing power adapts to meet my business needs. And I reinvest my 2% cash back to help grow our business with new products, like our tabletop masa mill. My Spark card helps me fulfill my mission of bringing masa to the masses. What's in your wallet?
Wendy's Orange Dreamsicle Frosty, this takes me back, man.
It's like taking a trip down memory lane.
I didn't know they sold dreamsicles on memory lane.
For the flavor that takes you back. Get Wendy's new Orange Dreamsicle Frosty.
So what do you think? Bet on the young guys? Or the vets who've been there before?
My man, it's the playoffs. So, veteran presence, right? It's the playoffs.
You really think experience will make a difference?
Frank,
It's the playoffs. You're right. It's the playoffs.
How about a vodka square, Mr. Van Pelt?
absolutely. It's the playoffs.
Introducing Domino's new New York-style pizza, made with our fresh, never-frozen dough that's stretched thin and cut into 6 foldable slices. But what's the best way to eat it? Fold it, fork and knife it, or double-handed? Order Domino's New York style and decide for yourself.
The Infiniti QX60 was clearly designed to make an impression, and my first impression is, wow. It totally fits my vibe. The interior, it's luxurious. It really is. The back seat has a ton of room. Hello. Ooh. I didn't realize this would have a 3rd row of seating. Consider me wowed.
Discover what you'll love about the 2024 3-row QX60 with Infiniti Premium Care, included only at your local retailer.
It's done. The goal of the year, part of the past. The celebrations, forgotten. The history. We're back to a blank slate. Clean ice. All that matters now is what happens next. The Stanley Cup playoffs continue on ESPN.
What if you could have shades like these for a fraction of big brand prices? With Shady Rays, you can. We're an independent company, so we do things differently. We offer high-quality polarized shades for a reasonable price. And we personally replace shades that get lost or broken. So far, we've racked up over 300,000 5-star reviews. I founded Shady Rays so that we could have sunglasses that stand up to whatever life throws at us. Order now and get 20% off site-wide at shadyrays.com.
If you've ever grilled, you know you can count on propane to make everything great. But did you know propane also powers school buses that produce lower emissions that lead to higher test scores? Or that propane can cut your energy costs at home? It powers big jobs and small ones too. From hospitals to hospitality, people rely on propane, an energy source that's affordable, plentiful, and environmentally friendly for everyone. Get the facts at propane.com/now.
We're not getting enough. We need to get more. Boston needs to step up.
He'll navigate to the red line.
Got Pasternak going.
It's Bengton in front. Pasternak a backhand. He scores! Did someone ask for some pasta? 154 into overtime. Wins the series for the Bruins. Welcome back to the Stanley Cup playoffs on ESPN, presented by Geico. Set for the start of the second period, scoreless in game 1. What's better than a coach throwing down the gauntlet and a star player responding? It is time for tonight's There When You Need Us, brought to you by Enterprise and Kelly. David Pasternak, he accepted the challenge in Game 7, and we saw it.
Yeah, he did, and he's carried that right over into Game 1 here. He's been the best forward for the Boston Bruins up to this point. He's been hard on the forecheck. He's been good in front of the net. He's been mixing it up. Great defensively as well. Good play there on Liddell. Great reverse hit on Reinhart. He puts this one off the bar. He led all forwards for Boston with 7 minutes, 17 seconds on ice. And right there probably was his best chance of the period. Tries to beat Bobrovsky, but Pasternak's been all over it tonight. Look for that to continue.
That's Ryan Callahan. I'm Bob Wischusen. Down to Leah Hextall.
Bob, I just spoke with Paul Maurice and asked him about starting the period on the penalty kill with the fresh ice. He said a lot of people would think he'd like it clean, but he said that's just not the case. And Ryan, we've heard that before about whether it's the power play or PK, that it can be challenging on a flood to begin your special teams.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing, too, is you're just coming out of the room and you're not, in the middle of the rhythm of a period. So you're coming out. It's like when you get a power play when you first start the game. You're not in the flow of the period yet. So it's hard to get that power play going. And I'll tell you what, I don't know. I always liked fresh ice when I was on the power play. So.
Well, you're high maintenance. I can understand that.
Maybe because I didn't touch the puck. I was usually in front of the net. They kept it out of my hands.
The power play still with 23 seconds to work for the Bruins. The long cross corner dump in. Icing is the call as Ekblad was there. Well, that got them the game-winning goal. A cross corner dump into Pasternak at the end of Game 7 against Toronto. As we take a look at the Stanley Cup playoff bracket, the Rangers and Carolina tomorrow night, Game 2, with the Rangers on top 1-0, 7 Eastern here on ESPN at the Garden. We'll have Game 2 of this series on Wednesday night. Tomorrow night, Dallas and Colorado get started. Wednesday night, Vancouver and Edmonton. That's the Western Conference semifinals. Off the draw, DeBrusk circles back. 15 seconds to go in the power play. DeBrusk through center. Across the line. Close to Rainen. Able to get there first and clear. That'll just about do it for the Bruins power play. Reinhart out of the box. We're back 5 aside. So both teams 0 for 1 on the power play. Montour tied up in the corner. Centering pass, Saka on net. Save Bobrovsky. And he traps the rebound.
Good chance for Zacha in front here. You can see he wants to one-time this as this puck comes around. He finds that little soft area, but it ends up going to his backhand, so he can't one-time it quick to his forehand. As he does that, allows Bobrovsky to come out. He challenges, he's big. Make sure there's no rebound as Pasternak's going to the front of the net. Good opportunity there for Zacha.
Face off to the right of Bobrovsky.
Watch Zacha here too. He's got the one-timer set up as Geeky's going to try to win this back on his backhand. Look for him to take that one-timer.
The draw loose. Geeky puts it wide. In front. Cleaned up by Mikkola. It was lively off the end boards, and Maroon almost had a chance on the carom. Zacha and Maroon work the corner. Close to Verhaeghe, and it's left for Barkov, who escapes. Montour, right wing side, Kachuk through traffic. Kachuk shoots, saves Swayman, and he guides the rebound right to Geeky. An outlet pass just a bit too far for Carlo to reach. So Hampus Lindholm will backpedal and settle things down. Long outlet pass intercepted. Moving in Lundell to the backhand. Saves Swayman. The rebound. Poke to the corner. Verhaeghe centers one. Couldn't quite find its way through to Lundell. That one towards the net as well from Montour. And it was blocked before it got through. And now we have a whistle and a mask issue for Swayman.
Couple good chances for Florida. And Swayman tries to fix his mask. It's Kachuk as he comes in. He walks through Lindholm right there, puts it between his legs, gets the middle of the ice. Good shot taken there. Swayman with the save. Then it was Lindell, did a little backhand toe drag, tries to go up top on Swayman. Swayman's big upper body, make sure he doesn't go short side. Good chance for there, Lindell. Big save from Swayman.
The Panthers with nearly a full week off. The Bruins played Game 7 less than 48 hours ago. We wondered about the impact on both teams of those kind of odd scheduling quirks. And I don't know, Callie, I mean, to the eye test, both teams seem to be their normal selves, do they not?
They both look good. I don't think it's affected them negatively in any way, either the rest or lack of there. And I'll tell you what, there's a pretty even first period. Both controlled some zone time. Both played well defensively. Goalies were good. It's going to be a good series, you can tell already.
Reinhart an intercept. Ekman Larsson played one towards the net. Lundell, a blind backhanded pass. That's out to neutral ice. Ekman Larsson puts it right back in. Wotherspoon, long banked outlet. Brazeau is able to guide it deep.
The only thing I think is Boston, as this game wears on, does fatigue become a factor playing every other night? Just getting done with that Game 7 and then traveling. You know, you have your emotions are high at the start of the game. Your adrenaline's going, but as that wears down, I want to see if their energy level drops as well.
Lohrei escapes his own end. Forsling an intercept into the skates of Tarasenko. Pitchfork deep by Marchand and guided into the corner by Bobrovsky. Ekblad muscled off the puck by Coyle. That allows Marchand to feed the point. Lohrei on net, save made by Bobrovsky. He punched it out with the glove, it looked like, through traffic. And now Lohrei away from Stenlund. Ekblad sends it back in deep, allowing a change.
There's great screen in front of the net from DeBrusk. Bobrovsky had to look over to his left, around DeBrusk. What a big save.
Raposo leads for the dump in by Montour. Lauren to the right wing corner, takes a big hit from Brown. It's behind the net, freed up for Carlo. Maroon, Banks one off the right wing boards. Montour able to get a good hit on Beecher right in front of the Boston bench. And now Cousins leaves one in the corner for Lawrence. Left in that same corner. Brown goes to work. Montour won the battle. Raposo feeds Cousins. And this will go the length of the rink. Icing will be the call. Leah Hextall.
Bob, one thing that Paul Maurice thought was the fact that the Bruins went to Game 7 gave them more of an advantage because they have rhythm. Nothing has changed for them. As Callie said, they played the game, they got on a plane, they came here, had a morning skate, and now they're playing once again. As for the Panthers, nothing about them is normal. They've had that week off. They've tried to recover. They've been able to skate, but they can't get that playoff intensity. So it's interesting to see who actually has the advantage in this game.
I know Paul Maurice said that, Callie, but you'd have to say, if you had a choice between the two scenarios, having a week off during the playoffs can't possibly be bad. I mean, you talked about just the cumulative effect of all of the hits that you take during the 2 months of the postseason. If you get all the way to the Stanley Cup final, that week off is valuable.
Yeah, it is huge. And I'll tell you what, it also avoids injury in the game 6 and 7 as well. All of a sudden, you're resting and you're not playing those games. And I've been in long series before. The longer you go to the playoffs and you have to go to 7 or 6 games, it wears on you.
Barkov behind the net. Floats one back to Montour. Instead, it's Verhaeghe. Snaps a pass through the seam. Forsling with a drive into traffic in front. And back the other way, Pasternak. Working on Ekblad. Hit from behind by Forsling. And Forsling takes the puck away. Barkov, rink wide, Tkachuk snaps a one-time pass. Across the line, Verhaeghe drops it right back to Tkachuk. Further to Ekblad with room. Stick tap, shot, save made by Swayman. Right down Broadway. Forsling had a terrific look. Stick tap, asked for the puck, but he couldn't beat Swayman.
Earlier in the shift, Tkachuk's in the front of the net, and Forsling's going to take a shot. It's going to hit Tkachuk in the back. You can see he's in a little bit of discomfort, and then Pasternak along the wall runs into the referee there. But I think he's okay after that accidental collision. I don't think he's happy about it, but then Forsling comes down. He's had the beaver tail going. You can see him slamming his stick on the ice. Ekblad with the pass. Swayman with a big stop, though, on Forsling coming right down Broadway.
Pasternak still shaking off the hit from Chris Rudy. I think the referee was just credited with a hit in the box score. Mikula into the corner, Reinhart. Double team. Leaves one for the dangle by Wolsterainen, who gets through some traffic. Put on net, and a kick save made. A slow shot, but it caught the toe of Swayman, and he was able to move it out of harm's way. Nice move by Coyle through center. Coyle dangles. And behind the net to Brusque. Forbert fired one. That was deflected before it got through to Bobrovsky. Wolsterainen pokes it past Wotherspoon. Gathered in by DeBrusque. And it's across to Forbert. Out of the reach of Wotherspoon. Offside is the whistle as Lundell tried to drag the skate but could not stay onside. And Montour was just a shade behind the play. Is your bracket busted already? Well, join the Stanley Cup Playoffs second chance bracket today for a chance to win an exclusive prize. Sign up at NHL.com/bracket before the second chance game locks Wednesday at 6:59 p.m. Eastern. Bob Wischusen, Ryan Callahan, Leah Hextall. Game 1 between the Bruins and the Panthers. A rematch of as shocking a first-round upset as we have had in quite some time in the postseason last year when the Panthers came from 3 games to 1 down to upset the President's Trophy winners. Icing denied as that puck was touched by Rodriguez on the dive. Van Riemsdyk lost it. Stenlund found it. Wrist shot blocked in front by Laura. Stenlund tried to keep it alive at the half wall. Laura moved it. And Van Riemsdyk caroms off his shoulder. Now they'll say it was a hand pass with 13:44 to go in the second period. Still no score here in game 1 between the Bruins and the Panthers. The Stanley Cup playoffs on ESPN.
Wow, look at these seats. They're great.
Yeah,
Kind of thought I had the aisle, but...
Hot nuts, popcorn, bundle and save.
Nuts and popcorn and savings. Just like bundling your home and car with Geico.
Yeah, in fact, hot nuts are like home insurance.
I get it. The Gecko explained it pretty clearly.
Whoa!
Hey, I know you.
Yeah, hi.
Not you. The guy who helped me bundle my home and car. He's great.
Thanks, mate. I appreciate it.
Probably thought you were somebody else.
Okay.
See how much you could save by bundling with Geico.
What if I told you imaginary friends are real?
Oh, hi.
What is going on?
Well, that's a perfectly understandable question given.
Excuse me.
Stop poking her.
Sorry.
Our kids have forgotten about us.
They're sucking the oxygen out of the room.
Well, that's not nice. That doesn't make anyone feel good.
We have to help them.
Yes, we do.
Are any of them scary?
Worse. Desperate.
Hey, Cal. Hey, Cosmo.
If rated PG.
And they're all coming?
Those who are still with us. Yes.
Rip up.
What's this?
Your wings.
Light 'em up.
Gentlemen, it's a
Beautiful day to fly.
Game one here in Florida, still no score between the Panthers and Bruins. And Jim, you're going up against a Vezina Trophy finalist. You've tested Sergei Bobrovsky, but how do you create chaos in front of him?
Well, we got to have F2 always at the net front when we have possession in the O-zone. We got to win races off walls, move it low to high. You got to beat your man off the wall.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
As Jim Montgomery is saying, you have to win races off the wall. He's saying that because Florida plays a man-on-man defensive zone. So when you're man-on-man in a defensive zone, the way you create offense is beating your guy off the wall. Then all of a sudden you're in the middle. You left your guy. They don't play a zone, so there's not layers to their defense. It's one-on-one coverage. If you can beat your man off the wall, you're going to create opportunities and have chances in the middle of the ice.
And yet no team allowed fewer 5-on-5 goals this season than the Florida Panthers. As Beecher puts it behind the net. Maroon checked by Ekman-Larsson. Oposo digs in for the loose puck. Kulikov is there. He moves it behind his own cage. Pitchforks one off the wall and out. So what is it, Callie, that makes that man-on-man system with Florida's personnel so effective?
Takes away your time and space, right? You can't find those little holes because there's always someone in your back pocket or intercepting a pass. Your time and space is gone, but another situation where you can open up room despite crossing and causing picks. Confuse the coverage.
Oposo moves in. Toe drag. Shot save. Swayman. Oposo carried the rebound behind the net. Cousins crashing in there as well, but Forbert, or rather Waterspoon, emerges, snaps a pass tape to Zaka. Zaka in the high slot, leads one further. Centering pass. As Pasternak tried to get it back to him. The Panthers break back the other way. Kachuk controls left point. Floats one towards the net. Into the glove of Swayman.
My phone rang.
The New York Rangers just offered Joe Sakic
$15 million upfront signing bonus.
This is a crisis.
No score. Game one. The second round underway in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Barkov and Coyle to the right of Swayman. Barkov wins the draw. Mikkola walks it across the line. Move behind the net by Verhaeghe. Kachuk and Barkov work the corner. Kachuk sweeps it back up high, hoping for a return. Instead, Verhaeghe, wrist shot, save made. The right shoulder by Swayman. Another shot. Side of the net, Barkov almost had a chance. That may have been a shot pass from Mikkola. Barkov has it back to Kachuk. Leaves it. That drive just goes wide by Montour. Mikkola puts it in the far corner. Moved around by Kachuk. Montour waiting for it. Another shot. Knuckleballs right over the top of the net. Mikkola walks it down. That floats through the crease as well. The first two at Barkov. Barkov pivots. Creates some space. Back to the point, Montour. Straight away. Verhaeghe into the bumper position. It looked like Barkov had it just go off the heel of his stick, though. He was right in the high slot, but couldn't tee it up.
Great shift, though, for the Florida Panthers. That Barkov line, a couple great opportunities. They won those second race puck battles on rebounds and shots out to the net, and that's where they caused their opportunities.
Soft pass ahead for Geeky. Turned back by Ekblad. And now retreating is Lostarinen. And Gustav Forsling settles things down. Coming up on 9 minutes gone by in the second period. That hit the linesman on the way in. It's past McAvoy. Lostarinen in behind the net. Nice reach by Zacha. Played by Reinhardt. Up high, Kulikov with room. A try. Blocker save made again by Swayman. Poked behind the net by Reinhardt. Tracked down by Lundell. Gets the cycle going. Lostarinen. Centering pass. Sweeping at it. On the far side was Reinhardt, and he missed it. That puck may have been airborne. Lundell banks it all the way back around. Kulikov activates. It pops straight up in the air. Kulikov lost his stick. He's out of position, has to race back. Geeky heads the other way. Trying to work his way around Ekman Larson. And gets canceled. A take back by Lostarinen. Out to the red line and sent by Derek Forbert. Right back in behind Bobrovsky. Ekman Larson scans the ice with some room. An outlet pass. That's through the skates of Stenlund, shy of the red line. So icing is the call.
Florida some sustained pressure in the offensive zone, and Barkov on the back door here is a great opportunity. He doesn't see that coming. It just hits his stick and then bounces off of his stick. He cannot corral it. He has an empty net. If he can corral it, it bounces off, and then the shot from Kulikov. Good save from Swayman. Sticks out his blocker. Make sure that rebound goes to the corner. Swayman with some big saves there. Sustained pressure by the Florida Panthers.
The Panthers have the last 7 shots on net. And a false start here. Reinhardt's been out there about a minute and a half. Obviously trapped out there because of the icing call. Kulikov nearly a minute as well. So at least those two are in need of a change. Marchand sets up Coyle in a spot where he'll try and pull it to him. And instead, the defensive zone draw won by Stenlund. Off the stick of DeBrusk, but out. Forbert sends it in. Took a hit from Rodriguez. Moved around by Kulikov. Intercepted by Marchand. Marchand to the goal line. Marchand to the corner. Tries to float one back to the point. That's knocked down on net. Bad save made by Bobrovsky on that wrister from Wotherspoon. Marchand back up top to Wotherspoon. On the backhand, he stashes it deep. DeBrusk there for the control on Kulikov. DeBrusk looks to center. DeBrusk on the move. Fluttering wrister to the glass to the right of Bobrovsky. Wotherspoon settles it down. Tucks one to DeBrusk at the half wall. Stenlund popped it up in the air, but Wotherspoon hustles over and keeps it onside to DeBrusk. Off the skates of Lora. He tracks it down. Lora, nice move. To skate it deep. Lora in behind the net. Takes a hit from Ekman Larson. Boyle right back to Lora. Lora tries to big one that hit the outside of the post. He had Bobrovsky in the net, and it looked like Bobrovsky off balance with some contact in the crease, and Lora almost banked it home.
And Bobrovsky was on his back. Bobrovsky was on his backside. DeBrusk was in front of the net, battling. Ran into Bobrovsky, fell down, almost had an opportunity to put that puck in the net. Not sure it would have stayed, but it was close.
Icing is the call here as Montour sends it all the way down.
Boston had a lot of sustained pressure in the offensive zone due to the close change. They rolled their line over in front of the net. You can see there, Kulikov cross-checks DeBrusk and then hits Bobrovsky. He falls down. And a good opportunity. This would have been close. Kulikov definitely pushes DeBrusk in. As that shot comes through, Bobrovsky still makes the save as he's on his backside.
Off the draw, Lindholm. Point-to-point McAvoy. That shot blocked. A race for it. Cousins and McAvoy. And McAvoy accelerates and protects the puck from Cousins. And Riemsdyk across the line. Held, swept. Brazo, save Bobrovsky. And no rebound surrendered. And now a little animosity for the first time as sticks and gloves get up in a couple of spots.
Cousins and Frederick in front of the net, battling away.
Past the midway point of the second period of Game 1, no score. Matthew Tkachuk and the division champion Panthers taking on David Pastrnak as Bobrovsky has stood tall so far.
every bite. Better with Pepsi.
You give, and you give. Now it's time to get with Straight Talk Wireless. You get unlimited data, talk, and text. You get America's most reliable 5G network. You get to choose who gets on your family plan starting at just $25 a line. Does it have to be family? It doesn't have to be family.
Get more lines and more savings. Switch to Straight Talk for plans starting as low as $25 a line. Find us at Walmart and StraightTalk.com.
Taco Tuesday's the best.
Oh, it sure is. But I wonder if we should try something new.
Like what?
Just two best friends trying things that are new. We got this guy and this guy too. Plus a taco that's new. We'll paint a picture for you. Just two guys, robots, and tacos too. It's Taco Tuesday.
Nah. Oh, that jingle was catchy, though.
I know, right? Hey, at least we got these Cantina chicken tacos.
Oh, for sure.
All right, Cali time for tonight's winning ingredients, brought to you by Chipotle.
And it's been both goalies who have been great so far. They've been tested quite a bit. Bobrovsky's come up with some huge saves. And rebounds have been in front of the net. The Bruins have been able to bury them. And Swayman at the other end has some really good saves as well. But Swayman's rebounds, too, they're kicking them out. They got to get traffic in front of the net and try to get that second opportunity. A lot of the credit has to go to the D-man of both Florida and Boston, boxing guys out and not allowing that rebound to be buried.
Well, ESPN Bet, the official sports book of ESPN and an official partner of the NHL, brings you right now the current Conn Smythe odds. Obviously, you have to pick the team most likely that's going to win the championship. Connor McDavid, if the Oilers win, pretty safe bet he would probably be their best player. But Matthew Tkachuk and Sergei Bobrovsky both in the top 5. So obviously ESPN Bet really likes the Panthers as a potential eventual champion.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you? After the year they had last year, I think they have a better team this year. You saw they did Tampa Bay Lightning in the first round. They got to be one of the favorites. There's no question about it.
8.5 minutes to go in period number 2. Bobrovsky and Swayman have faced a combined 35 shots, and they've stopped them all. Florida has been dominant in the dots, and they win another defensive zone faceoff. McAvoy turns it, and Beecher hands it back. And home across to McAvoy. A turnover. Barkov a takeaway. Here's Tkachuk. Wrist shot. Score!
It's all going to start with a turnover just inside the blue line for the Florida Panthers. And it's going to be Barkov who picks it up, the Selke finalist. Kicks it over to Tkachuk, who beats Swayman on the stick side. But watch Tkachuk, he realizes that puck's turned over, presents his stick, opens up, no stick handle, on and off the stick. Uses Lindholm as a screen, actually goes off of Lindholm's skate. Swayman can't read it as it's coming off the skate. Perfect shot, 1-0 Florida.
A game of inches, sometimes an inch. And Cali, did it not look like that puck redirected by no more than an inch or two off of Lindholm? Just enough to get it past Swayman for the game's first goal.
Yeah, definitely did just enough to throw Swayman off where he couldn't read it. Ends up going perfectly inside the post, but good job from Tkachuk. On and off his stick. He didn't stick handle it. He opened up.
Here's DeBrusk moving in with some room. His wrister gobbled up by Bobrovsky.
The whole play's created by Barkov defensively. Creates a turnover at the blue line. Finds Tkachuk. So go back and take a look at this goal. Barkov right there. Plays it with his skate to his stick. And then he fires it home. And there he is, his dad with the reaction. He's loving it. This Florida crowd is loving it. 1-0 Florida.
Tkachuk the goal. Barkov the primary assist. And Alexander Barkov once again is a finalist for the Selke Award. He already won it back in 2021. And that defensive play that he made helped to set the goal up as Bobrovsky steers that one aside with the right back. Lindholm across the McAvoy. That shot goes over the blocker's side of the cage. As Bobrovsky watched that one sail by. Kachuk snaps a pass to Forsling. And Lindholm scans the ice. Geekie with a drop. Pasternak. Right back to Geekie. He gets it deep. Bobrovsky waits forward. The same side to Ekblad. A turnover. Pasternak down low. Bobrovsky stops it. The rebound. Score! The answer from Geekie. And the Bruins were tied at 1. And it's turnovers, Kelly, at both ends that result in the respective goals.
Breaking the puck out, that's where you cannot turn the puck over because everybody's going north, and all of a sudden, Boston's going south, and again, you turn it over to Pasternak, the worst guy to turn it over to, but good play, getting that to Zacha. He crashes the net, and as that puck pops out, it's going to be Geekie who's going to clean it up, perfectly puts that underneath the bar. Huge goal, huge response from Boston. We're tied up at 1.
1 minute and 7 seconds after the Panthers get the game's first goal. Geekie scores the game's second goal. We are tied at 1. Very similar to Game 7 on Saturday night when the Bruins gave up the first goal to the Toronto Maple Leafs and then quickly answered with the equalizer in a game that would eventually end up in overtime with the Bruins winning it.
And on both these goals, too, it's just plays off the wall. It's going to be Ekblad this time that tries to play the puck off the wall, and it just bounces hard. And Pasternak's right there, perfect spot to pick up that puck. Zacha goes to the net. Makes collision with Bobrovsky there, and Florida was looking at their monitor. I didn't know if maybe they were going to try to challenge that. They decided not to, which I agree with. And Geekie was there to clean it up.
So we have a brand new game again. And icing is the call here as Forbort shoots it all the way down.
But you're right, what a response from Boston there. Come back that quickly, make this a 1-1 game. You know, we were just talking about how good the goalies have been, and just like that, get one goal on each end.
Well, the mental toughness of this Boston team, it was already a big test that they passed in round number 1 against the Leafs to win a 7-game series in overtime in Game 7. Of course, with the history lurking over their shoulder of what happened last year, they scored 18 goals in 7 games and won the series. So obviously, Jim Montgomery has a team that doesn't get rattled in close games late, because for them it seems like every game is a close game late.
Yeah, they have a lot of experience on that bench as well. They realize the ups and downs throughout the playoffs and the emotional swings from in-game, game-to-game. So this is a group that's definitely not going to be rattled by giving up the first goal on the road in Game 1. But good response getting it back that quickly.
Another draw won by Barkov. Verhaeghe feeds the point. Kachuk floats one. Montour activates. Into the right wing corner. 2-on-1. Barkov is sandwiched. Controlled the puck though, but now Forbort able to reverse. Wotherspoon finesses one off the right wing glass. And it's right back across to Forbort. And now Kachuk gathers a long outlet pass intended for Barkov. And Forbort will retreat to Wotherspoon. Wotherspoon up the same side. Past Montour. All the way down. Nikola back for it. Icing is the call. The Stanley Cup playoffs continue tomorrow on ESPN. Game 2 of the Hurricanes and the Rangers at 7 Eastern. Followed by Game 1 of Avalanche Stars. That should be a terrific series. Really, both of those series could easily go the distance. 7 p.m. The doubleheader begins. Avalanche Stars Game 1 at 9:30 Eastern on ESPN. And we have a penalty call.
Too many men on the ice.
A too many men bench minor assessed to Boston. That will put the Panthers on the power play. Geekie will serve it.
Those are the tough penalties that you can't take. Giving this Florida power play an opportunity. Those are mental mistakes. Too many men on the ice. As Florida heads to the power play.
The Panthers with one power play. They did not get a shot on net on their first opportunity. They set things up here with Tkachuk walking it down. Montour quarterbacks. Laid back to Montour. Looking for a shooting lane. Finds one. Deflected wide. And Lindholm clears. Settled down by Montour. Sam Reinhart led the NHL in power play goals this season. Chip towards the net. Barkov out in front. Trying to go backdoor. And almost found Reinhart, but Swayman read it and trapped it.
He went back and found the too many men on the ice. You can see there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not a math major, but I think that's too many, Bob. Just can't happen. Those are mental mistakes in playoff games that can cost you. Good save there by Swayman on Barkov, but see Jim Montgomery, he's not happy with the whole situation either. Those are things in your control that you can't let happen.
Barkov and Beecher on the draw. One back. Forward. Pocket pick by Verhaeghe. Tkachuk settles it down. Off to Brandon Montour. Verhaeghe, toe drag, wrist shot blocked. DeBrusque can't clear. Montour stops it. Thought about a shot. Tries instead. High. To the glass behind. Wrapped all the way around. Waiting for it is Tkachuk at the half wall. Gets a return. Now Barkov at the goal line. Into the bumper. On net, Reinhart saves Swayman. The rebound of the corner. Diving attempt. And a clear by McAvoy. Terrific play.
Good chance for Reinhart there. He's so good at finding that soft spot. Barkov as well, waiting for him to get open into that area. And that high slot, he comes over far enough, so it's hard for that weak side winger to come over to cover him.
Nice read again by McAvoy. Jump the passing lane, and here comes Coyle shorthanded. And he'll retreat and kill some time. Back to Hampus Lindholm. All the way across to Carlo. Wide open is Marchand. Marchand dangles at the Panther line. And why not rag it back and kill some more time? Down to 20 seconds to go in the Panthers' man advantage. Terrific puck possession shorthanded by the Bruins. Tkachuk rims it around. Rodriguez after it. He blows a tire. Lundell at the half wall. Lost the battle with Zacha. Trent Frederick across. Frederick peels and winds it all the way around. Waiting for it, Lohrei. And the power play's over. Geekie out of the box. He heads to the net. The puck loose behind the net. Montour able to fork one at the corner. Lundell tied up by Zacha. It pops up in the air. Held onside by Wotherspoon. Floats it to the high glass behind Bobrovsky. Controlled back. Wotherspoon plays it down low. Lohrei shoots. Score! Bar down for Lohrei. 2-1 Boston.
What a shot from Lohrei. Short side on Bobrovsky. This puck's going to just be chipped in, and Boston off to the forecheck. Lohrei pinches down and he stays involved in the play, and that's where he gets lost. He's pinching originally. He stays down. Wotherspoon with a great pass, and then Lohrei short side cheese on Bobrovsky. 2-1 Boston. What a shot from Lohrei. There's not much room there. Puts it underneath the bar. Smart play, though. Stays involved in the offensive zone after the pinch. Sees some open ice, then he buries.
Mason Lohrei, the rookie. 4 goals in 41 games during the regular season. That is his first career postseason goal. An unlikely offensive source, but it gives the Bruins the lead. What a response by Boston after falling behind on the Tkachuk goal. 1 minute 7 seconds after Tkachuk scored, Geekie crashed the net and got one, and now Lohrei gives the Bruins the lead here in game 1. Kulikov around the shelf. Wotherspoon reverses. Room for Forward to play it ahead. Brown check by Kulikov in front of the penalty box doors. Across the line, Cousins. Found its way through to Lawrence. And now Cousins again. Fires one towards the net. Blocked with the skate by Forward. Cousins puts it behind. There's Reinhart. Sets up shop. Banks it up high. Mikkola. Back to Reinhart. Reinhart snaps one. That challenge just wide. Deflected by Cousins. Left behind the net. Lundell. He's tied up. Digs in on Witherspoon. Reinhart wings the puck back to left. At Brisker floats into harm's way, and it's covered up right on the edge of the crease by Swayman.
After a scoreless first period, we've had three here in the second. First, it was Tkachuk off of Lindholm. And then it was Geekie cleaning up the garbage. And then it was Lori underneath the bar. 2-1, Boston.
ESPN Bet is an NHL official partner and the official sportsbook of ESPN.
Calm before the storm? No, thank you. This is Jim's time to shine. And Mike's. And Jennifer's. Helmets? Check. Drones? Check. Checking that thing we just checked? Double check. We ain't got time to chill. We're out here driving this thing. This is when we get to work. To keep you connected. No matter what. Connect before the storm. Change how we weather them. Connecting changes everything. AT&T.
Meet Ron. Ron eats, sleeps, and breathes hoops. But oh, how he can nail a software solution. You need Ron. Ron needs a retirement plan. Work with principals so we can help you with a plan that's right for him. Let our expertise round out yours.
Weekend off the grid. Pass him up.
Is this where we're sleeping?
Nah, come up here. Check it out.
Well played, Dad.
Live up to it. The all-new Lexus GX.
It's been a goal-filled second period, and Barkov on the first goal. Great play defensively. Picks it off over to Tkachuk. He fires it, beats Swayman. Then it's going to be another turnover at the blue line. Pasternak sets up Zaka. Geekie buries, and then it's going to be Lori after his pinch. Stays in deep, and he puts it underneath the bar.
The first time since Game 4 of their first-round series that the Bruins have played with a lead. They didn't play with the lead in any of the final 3 games against Toronto. Of course, lost a couple to force a Game 7. Never led in regulation and had to win the game in overtime to survive the series. You look at some of those statistical numbers, the fact that they did not play with a lead for the final 3 games of the series and found a way to win. Amazing. And that much more, I'm sure, of a bitter pill for Maple Leafs fans to swallow. Montour tries to track this one down. Floats it behind the net to Mikkola. There's a giveaway to McAvoy, but it was turned back by Luostarinen, and it pops over the Boston bench and out of play.
Those Boston teams used to playing in close games, as you mentioned, and just coming off a series where there were a bunch of tight games, so they're comfortable in this situation. And I've been impressed by their response after giving up that first goal. Got right onto the attack, created opportunities, ended up scoring 2 themselves. See Jim Montgomery talking to DeBrus there. A little bit of a discussion going on. I don't know if they agree with each other on where they were supposed to be on the play, but Montgomery will let it go.
Under 2 minutes to go in the second period. The Panthers out shooting the Bruins by 3, but they trail by 1 on the scoreboard. Reinhart puts it deep. Lindholm tries the opposite side. A takeaway by Barkov in the corner. Up top to Forsling. Wrist shot deflected just wide by Verhaeghe. The Panthers' playoff goal-scoring machine almost had one. As Forsling shot for the stick of Verhaeghe. He got a piece of it, but it just went wide.
Yeah, Verhaeghe's always in the right spot, always around the net. Puck just seems to find him. He's one of those players. And Forsling, as he shoots this, Verhaeghe's moving across Swayman as he's tipping. That's not an easy tip to make when you're not planning and you're moving. Good tip there from Verhaeghe. Good chance.
5 goals in the first round against Tampa Bay, including an overtime winner. His 5th career playoff overtime winner against the Lightning in game number 2.
He's got 8 career game-winning goals in the playoffs as well, so.
Is that good?
That's good, I think, yeah.
20 for his career in total.
That'll do.
Rodriguez to Kulikov. Winds it all the way around. McAvoy the first to it for Boston. Lost though. Rodriguez fanned on the pass. Checked by Pasternak. Takes it back. Rodriguez this time gets it to Kulikov at the half wall. Rodriguez with room. Wrist shot. Save. Swayman. The rebound loose. And it floats out across the Boston line with under a minute to go in the second period. Swayman will play it. Lindholm will move it. Pasternak hoping for a stick lift on Kulikov. Kulikov ties him up. And now an offside whistle at the Florida line.
As this puck comes through, Boston does a great job defending this. Swayman's going to come up with the original save, but there is going to be a rebound there. See Lindholm in front, takes Tarasenko, and then McAvoy drops below, makes sure that nobody else is there to clear that rebound. Great job by Swayman as well, looking through that screen. Great view of that. Good job by Boston, collapsing, getting that rebound, and getting the clear.
.4 to go in the second period. Face off to the left of Swayman. And Sasha Barkov in to take the draw for the Panthers. He is 12 of 16 on face-offs. That time, though, he loses an offensive zone draw. But icing will be the call here. So this is game one. Second round underway between Florida and Boston. We'll have game two on Wednesday night at 7:30 Eastern here on ESPN. 7 o'clock tomorrow night, the doubleheader begins. Game two, Rangers-Carolina with the Rangers on top. Dallas and Colorado will play game number one tomorrow night. And Wednesday night, Vancouver and Edmonton at 10 Eastern. On ESPN, the second half of our doubleheader as well. Off the draw, Verhaeghe to the wing, and now Forsling keeps it deep. Half minute to go in the period. Ekblad came down the wall. Frederick in a race with Forsling. Forsling sweeps. Coyle follows up. Coyle has it, finds the trailer. Shot, score! Carlo, the new dad! What a 24 hours it's been for Brandon Carlo! He gives the Bruins the 3-1 lead.
Somebody get Carlo the puck. Pasternak's going over to grab it for him now. What a shot from Carlo. Boston does a great job off the draw. They just chip it out. Frederick wins the race. Then it's Coyle who has patience, holds up. Carlo joins the rush. And a perfect shot. You can see Bobrovsky. He can't see a thing. Ekblad's in front of him. Marchand's in front of him. Carlo goes off of the bar and in. What a shot. 3-1 Boston.
In case you're just joining us and missed the story earlier, Brandon Carlo and his wife Mason welcomed a brand new baby boy crew earlier this morning. And he arrived here at the arena after flying down late following the team. Got to the building a little after 6 p.m. Eastern time and was here for the opening face-off when the game began shortly after 8. And now, save that puck, bring it home, and pop it in the crib with crew.
Absolutely.
Because that is an amazing
I was waiting
thing to be able to celebrate.
to see if someone would go over and grab it. Pasternak jumped off the bench, ran over, got the puck for him. That one definitely goes on the mantle. What a story. What a shot, too, from Carlo.
3.5 seconds to go in the period. Face off to the right of Swayman. Barkov tried to pull it back. False start.
Pasternak jumped through before that face-off was dropped, so we'll do it again.
Off the draw, Montour. A rolling puck out to the neutral zone to end the period. So the Bruins scored 3 after the Panthers got the game's first, and the last 2 goals scored by defensemen, Lohrei and Carlo, both of whom only had 4 goals each in the regular season. It'll be a 2-goal lead for the Bruins as they head to the third period. Back to Bucci.
Discover second intermission report on the way. I was a dad at 26 years old for the first time. Carlos, 27. There is nothing like being a dad.
Nothing better.
A young dad. You're an older dad.
I am.
But imagine you get a playoff goal on your son's first day on planet Earth.
Amazing.
Crew?
Our folks at
Two live crew?
Yeah, 2 live crew.
But
Sick.
so a couple of American-born defensemen scored for the Bruins. We'll talk about that Lowry goal. The RVH has him boiling.
Incredible, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, with your home, auto, boat, and RV all bundled with Progressive, you've got the peace of mind to really wander.
Yeah, I just hope it stays this way. Once word gets out about these places, they tend to...
Are you done?
And there it is.
But at least your vehicles are protected. Let's hit the road.
Hey, fam. I am just at this beautiful lake that I just discovered, practicing gratitude, manifesting abundance.
If you are crispy, juicy, tender, and pickle-bearing, then you are the one and only McCrispy.
We are always in motion. Getting this, fixing that, arriving to destinations in life and around the globe. Sometimes it's beautiful. Sometimes it's a blur. Because life never stops, you need someone you can trust to go right along with you, no matter where the future leads. Enterprise, for lives in drive.
Like a bunch of groceries, all this cheese and greens just come to me.
Freedom you can't take your eyes off. The new 2024 Jeep Wrangler and Gladiator. Jeep, there's only one.
It's Jeep 4x4 season, where right now, get the 2024 Jeep Wrangler starting at $33,890 MSRP. Visit Jeep.com for details.
Rumor has it that our new New York-style pizza is Domino's best pizza yet. Made with our fresh, never-frozen dough that's stretched thin and cut into 6 foldable slices. Rumor also has it that you might have to fight over the last slice. Order Domino's New York-style tonight and see for yourself.
The United Football League on ESPN.
Let's ball out, baby!
This atmosphere, this crowd, these teams, electric.
How can you not love the access?
Expect the unexpected, because you don't know what's going to happen. And a trick
Play! A lot of razzle-dazzle.
It's mayhem!
Another nail-biter.
Build them the statue right now!
How could you not love United Football League?
Week 7 of the UFL kicks off Saturday and continues Sunday on ESPN.
If you have ugly yellow toe fungus, let me tell you about the secret 2-minute trick that I found for my husband. Thousands of people are using it to get rid of their toe fungus. It's called Crystal Flush. It works from the inside and the outside. I mean, he tried everything. Nothing helped. His toes were nasty. Crystal Flush is the only thing that's worked. In just a few weeks, his toes looked amazing. You guys need to try this. I'm telling you, this stuff is different. And you can try it risk-free. You have nothing to lose. Go check it out now. Go to crystalflush.com.
Look at you, investing like you run the joint. I guess that makes you the boss. You're saying things like, I want that EPS on my desk by EOD. You do shorts, you do longs. And now you're doing Robinhood Gold, earning a high interest rate on your cash. Nice. Because no one runs your money like you.
Welcome to the Discover Second Intermission Report.
John Butchergrass, Kevin Weeks back with you. Only way you're going to beat Jeremy Swayman right now is with kind of a funky deflected goal. That's what happens here. Matthew Tkachuk gets it.
Matthew Tkachuk does a great job staying in motion. He doesn't get stuck. As Callie mentioned during the broadcast, he unchecks himself and shoots this one. It ends up going off the cap. But watch Tkachuk in the middle of the screen, Bucci.
Okay.
See him hounding up high. He'll come back right down Sawgrass and snap this one through the legs. Intelligent play there.
Yeah, and that hit Lindholm's shin pad there and goes into that. So it's 1-0 Florida. But just like Game 7 for Boston, you know, it was 1-1 very quickly after. You didn't give time for the tension to build, trailing on the road, and the Bruins come right back. A pretty good bounce of their own ends up as a Morgan Geekie goal. Don't know if this ball along the puck along the wall. Look, the referee's there, and the Bruin is there, and so now Ekblad can't get it out.
Yeah, that's a 50-50 play there. Tough spot for Aaron Ekblad, and the Bruins opportunistic on this one because they pounce on it, and a good second, third effort. And how about Geekie?
Yeah.
Lowry, who my buddy coached up down in Providence, AHL.
Yeah.
Ryan Mouchinel and Matty Thomas and this crew in Providence, they coached him up. I like that shot by him there.
Former Ohio State Buckeye.
Yes.
Skilled, tall, 6'5" defenseman, son of a coach. But as you can see here, he does have a window. Reverse, vertical, horizontal.
Yep.
That method is called. Goalies have been taught to do that, really on wraparounds and plays around the net, where they go down and put that one knee, that angle. And in that situation, though, it didn't look like that was the way to approach it. How would you approach it?
And Bobrovsky seldom does this because he's usually so good at holding his feet. Now, we're going to just take a quick look at the monitor and behind us here. And you can see Lowry's got that leg over the fire hydrant, as you can see. You know what the dogs usually do when they're there. But all that to say, Sergei Bobrovsky is not fully square on this one. And he's done such a great job of staying square. But on this one, his feet are parallel. You see where his legs are. His feet are parallel, and he's chasing. So, Bucci, you get in there. You're going to be Lowry for the purpose of this at home. And this is a rare miscue by Bob, but we see a lot of goalies overplaying this. Now, he goes down to the RVH, as you said, so he's here, right?
Yep.
So now you see that daylight up there.
Right.
He's in that RVH. You see that daylight. Your eyes are lighting up.
That's right. I
now
see
all of a sudden, if Sergei Bobrovsky's here, which he's done so well, holding his feet, chest upright, he's big, his gloves there, that's a whole different look for the shooter. It's a whole different look. Now you're Lowry, you're a lefty on the left shot, on the left side. So now you might try 5-hole, you might try glove, but you're definitely not shooting high blocker.
We see that a lot in these playoffs. Goalies getting it off the head and in because they go down in the RVH. And why do they do that? What's the philosophy behind that?
A lot of times they feel as if they're down in an RVH, it's easier for them to recover, not only here, but should there be a little lateral play. But you don't worry about the lateral play if you don't stop the first one.
And we see them here, they're banking off their head right there.
Exactly. So they end up getting beaten there a lot. And to me, that's being big and playing a little small. You want to be big and play even bigger, which Bobrovsky typically does, but he didn't on that instance.
Lowry, born in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Brandon Carlo, who became a dad today, born in Colorado Springs, Colorado. And boy, this is a bar down, hands up, mama cries because Cruz in the world goal.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Traffic in front.
I love this. Quick play, and there's double layered screen. Bobrovsky has no chance on this one now. Why? Well, both Marchand and Aaron Ekblad are in front of him, taking his eyes away. But in the interview, you heard head coach Montgomery say they got to get some traffic, beat guys off the wall. They did that on that goal.
Veteran move from Marchand and Carlo. Bam, bar down. He puts the Bruins up 3-1 after 40 minutes. All right, the Rangers win Game 1 yesterday. We'll preview tomorrow's big Game 2, and the Stars. What a series against the Avalanche on the way.
This second intermission report is presented by Discover, the official card of the NHL.
Discover customer service. This is Maya.
Oh, hi, Maya. You robots are sounding more human every day.
Oh, I am human.
Yeah, it's like I'm talking to a human.
At Discover, everyone can talk to a human representative.
All right, prove it.
Wait, are you a robot?
Oh. How would I prove that I'm not?
24/7 U.S.-based customer service.
Do you feel like a robot?
It pays to Discover.
Wendy's Orange Dreamsicle Frosty, this takes me back, man.
It's like taking a trip down memory lane.
I didn't know they sold Dreamsicles on memory lane.
For the flavor that takes you back. Get Wendy's new Orange Dreamsicle Frosty.
The classic Hollywood story. We meet the hero, the Nissan Frontier. Hero faces seemingly impossible challenge. Tension builds. The plot twist. The hero prevails. In Hollywood, this would be the end. But out here, we're just getting started.
The Nissan Frontier.
Red Bull gives you wings.
It's your anniversary today. You could have arrived empty-handed, but you exist in a world where it's easy to get flowers this fresh. Your door to better relationships. DoorDash.
Excuse me, would you mind taking a picture of us?
Oh, no problem.
Thanks.
Ooh, yes, problem. You need Verizon. Trade in that old thing and get a new iPhone 15 Pro with tons of storage, so you can take all the pics. So many selfies.
A preposterous amount of panos!
That means panoramic. And as many portraits of me as your heart desires.
How about none?
None, yeah, none feels right.
Trade in any iPhone in any condition and get iPhone 15 Pro on us. Only on Verizon.
Get 2 or more favorites for just $6.99.
Give me that ooey gooey, crispy, crunchy, mouth watering. Give me that chocolate chippy, dippy, drippy, Papa wingin'. Pair of pizza with your favorite sides for $6.99 each. Papa John's.
This is a payday bar. It's got tons of peanuts and a caramel core that get the job done. So you can think of it as a tool to be kept here, or even here. But definitely not here. It's not a pencil, people. Payday. Get to it.
Since you with me now, then biggie bounce. I know you dig the way I switch my style. Holla, holla. People sing around, now people gather round, now people jump around. Get your freak on, get your freak on, get your freak on.
Ronnie, come on, let's go.
What's up?
Come on.
All the fans want to do is have some fun. Show catfish.
Welcome back to the Discover Second Intermission Report.
John Butchergoss, Kevin Weeks back with you. Game 2 on the way between the Rangers and the Hurricanes tomorrow. Power play was the big story in Game 1. We'll see if that continues in Game 2. What are you thinking?
Yeah, if you're the Canes, you got to stay out of the box because they're a good forechecking team. They like to get in and press with their speed. They're disruptive. They put shots on net. But when you're in the box, not only are you expending energy, you're also kind of neutralizing your offense for the Canes. So that's a big adjustment going into Game 2. Zibanejad ends up cooking them on the first one and does likewise here. As you can see, he gets the crowd going. And here comes Vinny Trocheck, who cashes in at close range here. So that'll be a big adjustment for the Canes in Game 2, Bucci.
Exclusively on ESPN. That's 7 o'clock tomorrow. Game 2 of our doubleheader. This is going to be a great series. The Avalanche are an absolute wagon of an offensive team. Nobody can give you Makar and McKinnon. And then you throw in Nichushkin and Rantanen, and this team is loaded. But the Stars, you think, might have the most depth in the league of the 8 teams left in the tournament.
Yeah, I'm impressed with the depth of the Stars. This isn't your older brother or sister's Dallas Stars now with a one line. They've got 3 or 4 lines, really 4, as Faxa really factored in. But perhaps it's a former Dallas Star that could be a factor in this series. It's Valtteri Nichushkin.
Yeah, they waived him.
Choo-choo trade.
They waived him. They cut him.
And he played there twice. He's got 7 goals right now to tie Hyman for the lead so far in this Stanley Cup playoffs here in 2024. He's been an impactful playoff performer. He's big. He's skilled. He plays with some jab in and around the net. And boy, oh boy, can he finish. So he may very well be a factor in this series as well.
All situation player rangy. Great doubleheader tomorrow here on ESPN. Second period. Oh, done. Third period on the way. Discover. Second intermission report is in the books. Time for bed, Maverick and Harper. That's Matthew Tkachuk. Tie him up. His team needs him in the third. They're down 2.
Everyone say Space Pod.
Meanwhile, at a Verbo, when other vacation rentals are just for likes, try one you'll actually like.
There you go, baby. Defense. Defense. We're gonna be here a while.
Oh, that's crazy smooth.
Yeah, I know. With AT&T 5G, my gaming's on point. Look at that. Ooh, saucy. It's almost like a real game. Hoster.
Mom, what happened?
Did she pass? That's my girl.
Level up your gameplay with AT&T 5G.
Remember this trip?
Want to go back, Dad?
Yeah, right. With my knee?
So, Dad, want to make this a tradition?
Live up to it. The all-new Lexus GX.
It's 10 feet. One shot makes you a soup for 24 hours.
Waiting for the break of day. Getting up to splash my face. Wanting just to stay away. Should I try to do so?
At Not Howie says Taco Bell only really hits after midnight, which is why I'm going to use the Cantina chicken menu to help him see the Taco Bell light.
Very juicy.
Hi. The food hits, right? Are you at Not Howie? Does it hit or does it not hit?
I'd say it hits.
Yeah, it does hit.
I can't lie.
Okay, but you did, maybe. The Cantina Chicken Crispy Taco isn't just for late night.
This is Roundup Dual Action. This stuff doesn't just kill existing weeds down to the root. It keeps working for up to 4 months, from the first days of spring to the 4th day of July. From summer beach days to pumpkin spice lattes. From sweltering days to sweater weather days. Roundup Dual Action kills existing weeds and keeps on working for up to 4 months. That's 120 days of days. Guaranteed or your money back. Roundup Dual Action. This stuff works.
You feel that?
You can't get enough.
The energy, the atmosphere. This place is going crazy. That buzz, the undeniable electricity.
Who said that I wasn't running my city? Can't go running right back.
Baby, it's the talk of the grabbing headlines and turning heads. I just can't get enough. The best league in the world welcomes a once-in-a-lifetime draft class. Caitlin Clark.
You can't get enough.
We plan on putting on a show. The WNBA is back, and we can't get enough. Season tips, May 14th on ESPN2.
The Stanley Cup playoffs continue on ESPN.
All rights to this broadcast are reserved, and any rebroadcast, recording, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without express written consent of the National Hockey League is expressly prohibited.
Hockey's greatest prize will be revealed, but not yet. One dream, one cup, one step closer. Welcome back to the Stanley Cup playoffs on ESPN, presented by Geico. The Bruins with 3 goals on their last 3 shots on net. They have a 3-1 lead heading to the third. Bob Wischusen here with Ryan Callahan. Leah Hextall is with us for Game 1 as well. This, a revenge series for the Bruins. They were knocked out in a huge upset first round last year by the Panthers. They fall behind 1-0 tonight as well in the second period. What a response.
Yeah, absolutely. And they responded right away, got that goal quickly right after Florida scored. And they do it by crashing the front of the net. Then it was Geekie who cleaned up the rebound on that one, puts it underneath the bar. And that was kind of the theme, underneath the bar. As Lorai, he also beat Bobrovsky high. That made it 2-1. And then the new dad, Carlo, he puts it underneath the bar as well with the traffic in front from Marchand and Ekblad. We can see the excitement. 3-1 Boston.
Do the Panthers have a third period response in them? We're about to find out. Losterainen, first to the puck. Takes it behind the net, throws it out in front, off the shoulder of Swayman. So an immediate challenge by Florida. As they play with some jump here to begin the third period. Losterainen digs in the corner. Wins another puck, tries to get the cycle going. Puts it behind the net, past Reinhart. Montour all the way down to the half wall. Spins it back. Reinhart controls, banks it up high. Mikkola, one-time drive, floats just wide to the left of Swayman. Montour tied up by DeBrusque. Mikkola has it, another wrister. Glove saves Swayman with a clear view as we check in with Leah.
Spoke with assistant coach for the Bruins, Joe Sacco, and he said Florida always presses, but they expect it to be even more here in the third, down 2 goals. And right now, Mason Lohrei has the go-ahead. And as you guys mentioned, the 23-year-old's been a pleasant surprise for the Bruins. And Morgan Geekie asked Joe Sacco after he scored the goal, hey, did you teach him that? And he goes, yeah, taught him everything I know. And then he corrected me and said, no, I taught him nothing he knows. He's been great for us.
That's great, he has. What a big goal for Lohrei. It's been good defensively for Boston in these playoffs. That's his first goal of the playoffs as well. Big goal for the young player.
Barkov able to wall off Geekie. Popped up in the net to Tkachuk. Gains the red line and tosses into the right of Swayman. Stashed in the same corner by Carlo. Barkov fires one towards the net. Another glove save is made by Swayman.
Bracket got busted in round 1. Missed your chance to fill yours out? So what? Get back in the game with the Stanley Cup Playoff Second Chance Bracket presented by Betway. Sign up for your second chance to win an exclusive prize at NHL.com/bracket.
3 goals in the second period for the Bruins after Jim Montgomery's team scored 4 total goals in their previous 3 games. So for Jeremy Swayman, who against Toronto was a brick wall, this is some major run support. Loose puck in front and a penalty upcoming. This will go against Boston. Barkov controls the touch-up by Brazo. And it will be a Panthers power play as they have carried the first minute and a half or so to begin the third period, and there'll be a man up.
Boston 27, minor penalty holding the stick.
It's going to be Lindholm in front of the net on Reinhart. They're battling. And Lindholm, you can see with his, or Verhaeghe, excuse me, right in front of the net. A loose hand right there. He's grabbing Verhaeghe's stick. Doesn't allow him to get to that rebound. He wraps it up. Still has it wrapped up. There's a huge opportunity here for Florida. Let's go to the power play to try to make this a 1-goal game.
Let's go down to Leah.
Bob, Joe Sacco, who handles the Bruins PK, which is 2 for 2 tonight, said that they need to watch Reinhart in that bumper position. That second power play opportunity by Florida, he got some looks, so key on that on this power play for Florida.
Yeah, that is his happy spot as he led the NHL with 27 power play goals this season. But Marchand clears as he throws it the length of the ice right in on Bobrovsky. Here is Reinhart, second only in goals to Austin Matthews this year. Drops to Barkov, who gains the zone, taken away out of midair by Marchand. He sends it rink wide, and Verhaeghe will retreat back to Montour and get a return.
Great hand-eye coordination there. Marchand, he's such a good penalty killer. He's a threat offensively as well when he kills. That's in the back of the power play's mind as well when Marchand gets that puck.
Reinhart across. The Chuck spins one up top for Verhaeghe. That shot stuffed in front. The rebound to the right of Swayman. Back out in front. Backside off the outside of the net. Montour snaps one. Saves Swayman. And it's clear. Tkachuk in a great look.
Great look for Tkachuk. You can see the frustration as he skates away. Then Montour as well had another good chance. Big save from Swayman as he wasn't set for that either.
Lundell across the Bruins line. Verhaeghe floats one to the right point. Reinhart spins it down low. Past Tkachuk all the way around to Verhaeghe. He'll reverse it. Waiting is Reinhart. Gets to the goal line. Off to Tkachuk. Back up top Montour. And a return. Tkachuk seam pass. Reinhart couldn't tee it up. Tkachuk pivots in the corner. Poked by Reinhart. Into the glove of Swayman. He will hold on. Sticks get up. And Reinhart looked like he took one right to the jaw.
This is earlier Marchand on the penalty kill. Barkov tries to play this over. Great hand-eye coordination, knocks that out of midair, denies the entry for Florida. They eventually get the puck in, and they have a couple great opportunities. The first one's going to be from Tkachuk. Good play from Barkov, knowing he's there. He has the empty net. He just puts it wide. Barkov knows he's sitting there, blind pass. Tkachuk has to hold net. He's looking at it. Just shoots it wide. You can see the frustration. Goes to the iPad to check how great of an opportunity it was. He's not going to be happy when he sees it.
Carlo clears. Time for one more rush, you would think, on the power play here for the Panthers. Still with 20 seconds of man advantage time. Lundell to Tarasenko. Throws it out in front. Tapped on net by Rodriguez. It's loose. Off goes to Rainen. Caroms it on Swayman. Where is it? It's a mush pit. And the whistle blows. Ten skaters, or rather 9 skaters on the ice.
How many guys can you fit in the blue?
Are in the blue paint.
How many guys can fit into the blue? Florida's doing everything they can to try to get a goal here in the third period. Just throwing pucks in that. It's Tarasenko who throws it in front. Rodriguez is there. And everybody's gathering. Lindell comes in. Nobody knows where that puck is. Swayman does a great job there making the initial save. He uses his right leg, you can see in the back of the net, to make sure he doesn't get pushed back. He actually uses his right leg to stay out as support. Ends up finding that puck and covers it up and says, I've had it the whole time, boys. What's the chaos about it? I got it.
5 shots on net on this power play for the Panthers, but McAvoy spins it up the window, and it's out. Lindholm set to jump out of the box in 2 seconds, 1-0. And Lindholm plays one ahead. Pastrnak moves in. Quick save made by Bobrovsky as Pastrnak lost control. And it's all the way back down for an icing call.
Pastrnak wasn't happy either. He wanted a hooking on that. As he's breaking in on Bobrovsky. It's the second breakaway he's had. Causes the turnover in the neutral zone. He's off to the races. And right there, Ekblad gets the slash on Pastrnak. Looked like right on his hand right there. I understand when he was upset. He loses the puck as that happens. 5-hole was open, but he lost control. Bobrovsky makes a save.
Forsling ahead to Ekblad. That pass missed Tarasenko. It'll be icing once again. Upcoming Stanley Cup playoff games. Game 2 of the Rangers and Hurricanes series tomorrow night at 7 Eastern on ESPN. Then Game 1 of Avalanche Stars at 9:30. We'll have Game 2 of this series between the Bruins and Panthers coming up on Wednesday to start a doubleheader. And at 10 p.m. Eastern, Game 1, Oilers Canucks. Off the draw, McAvoy. All the way around, Tarasenko with a one-touch. Pastrnak tried to snap one towards the net. That was blocked, and Lundell skates it free. Sends it in deep. Swayman keeps it moving. Geekie hands one off to McAvoy. Forsling turns it right back past Cousins. And Laura tries the same side. Geekie traps it up against the wall. Cousins able to flip it deep. Loride gave it away to Cousins. Cousins surveys.